Picture this. You're finally stepping onto your cruise ship. The atrium sparkles. Cruise members are smiling, and the air smells faintly of fresh-baked cookies and sunscreen. It feels like perfection, a floating paradise where you've left all the stress of the real world behind. But here's the truth the cruise lines won't tell you. Behind the glossy marketing and endless buffets, there are secrets they'd rather keep hidden. Secrets about money, about how they subtly steer your choices, and about why certain things on board work the way they do. I've spent years sailing on nearly every major cruise line, from bargain-friendly short hops to ultra-luxury voyages. And today, I'm pulling back the curtain on 12 cruise secrets cruise lines don't want you to know. Stick around, because these aren't the same old pack of power strip tips you've heard 100 times. These are the insider details seasoned cruisers whisper about but rarely share publicly. By the end of this video, you'll understand how the cruise industry really works, and you'll never look at a cruise ship the same way again. Let's get started. Number 1. Gratuities aren't what you think. Every cruise line advertises how convenient it is. You don't need to worry about tipping. They'll just add a daily gratuity to your account. Usually $15 to $20 per person per day. Easy, right? The message is clear. This money goes directly to your hard-working cabin steward and dining room staff. But the reality? It's not that simple. Those gratuities are pooled. They don't just go to the smiling waiter who brings your dessert or the steward who folds your towels into a swan. A chunk is distributed to back-of-house crew you'll never meet, like laundry staff or galley workers. In some cases, gratuities even help offset what the cruise line would otherwise need to pay in wages. And here's the part they definitely don't want you to know. You can remove or adjust gratuities by going to guest services. Most people don't, because it feels awkward, but you're legally allowed to. Cruise lines count on that discomfort to keep the money flowing. So what's the smart move? Many seasoned cruisers leave the automatic gratuities in place, but also tip key crew members in cash. Your steward, your favorite bartender, the waiter who always goes the extra mile. Not only does it guarantee your money goes straight to them, but you'll often notice a little extra care in return. Number 2. The cabin upgrade trap. You've probably seen this. Just before you're sailing, the cruise line emails you with an exclusive upgrade offer. Or at check-in, they dangle the chance to move to a balcony or suite for what looks like a bargain price. Who wouldn't want more space for just a few $100s? But here's the trap. These discounted upgrades are rarely the deal they appear to be. First, the price often works out higher than if you just booked that cabin category from the start. Second, and this is the sneaky part, not all upgrades are actually better. You might move from an interior cabin to an ocean view, but end up right under the pool deck, where you'll hear the chairs scraping at 6 a.m. every morning. Or you score a balcony, but it's way at the front where the ship rocks more and the view is obstructed. Cruise lines use the word upgrade like a magic spell, but what they're really doing is selling off unsold inventory. Sometimes you win, sometimes you don't. The real insider trick is to study the deck plans before you sail. A smaller cabin in a quiet midship location can be far more comfortable than a so-called better cabin in a noisy or awkward spot. Don't just trust the word upgrade. Make sure it's an actual improvement. Number 3. The food isn't really free. Cruise lines love to brag about all-inclusive dining. And yes, you can absolutely eat 3 meals a day in the main dining room or buffet without paying a dime more. But let's be real, that's not where the cruise line makes money. The menus in the included venues are designed to be good enough, but also repetitive. By day 4, you'll notice the same chicken dish reappearing. Buffets start to recycle their themes. The portion sizes in the main dining room are often intentionally modest, leaving you wanting more. And that's when you start looking at the specialty restaurants, the steakhouse, the sushi spot, the French bistro, each one with a cover charge. $30 here, $50 there. Suddenly, the all-inclusive cruise feels a lot less inclusive. Here's the little-known detail. Many ships have included venues that feel premium but are underused. Cafe-style grab-and-go counters with sandwiches and salads. Casual sit-down spots that don't require reservations. Some ships even offer elevated themed nights in the main dining room that rival specialty dining. The cruise line is banking on you getting bored and opening your wallet. The insider move? Explore the ship early and identify every included dining venue. Rotate them, and you'll not only save money, but often discover hidden gems most passengers miss. Number 4. Shore excursions are marked up a lot. This is one of the biggest open secrets in cruising. Shore excursions sold by the cruise line are marked up heavily, sometimes double what you'd pay if you booked directly. Take a simple snorkeling trip. The ship sells it for $120 per person, but that exact same tour operator waiting on the pier with their boat might charge $60. Why? Because the cruise line takes a huge cut for convenience. But to be fair, booking through the ship comes with one big advantage: the guarantee. If your excursion is delayed, the ship will wait for you. If you book independently and you're late, the ship will sail without you. And cruise lines know that fear is enough to keep many people paying their prices. But here's what seasoned cruisers do. They research in advance. Most ports have a dozen tour operators with stellar reviews on TripAdvisor or Cruise Critic. Book directly, plan conservatively, and you'll save a fortune. A personal favorite trick? In some ports, just walk 5 to 10 minutes away from the cruise terminal. Prices on taxis, tours, and even souvenirs drop dramatically once you're out of the captive audience zone. The cruise line counts on you staying close. Step outside their bubble and you see the real value. Number 5. The drinks package gamble. This one gets a lot of people. Drinks packages sounds like a no-brainer. Pay a flat fee and you've got unlimited cocktails, wine, beer, sodas, and sometimes even specialty coffee. And you never have to think about the bill. Sounds perfect, right? But here's the catch. To actually get your money's worth, you usually need to drink 6 to 8 alcoholic beverages every single day. That's not just 1 or 2 margaritas by the pool. That's drinking at breakfast, lunch, dinner, and in between. Now think about it. On port days, you're off the ship for hours. On days when you're tired or maybe just don't feel like drinking, you're not hitting that break-even point. And cruise lines know this. They've crunched the numbers and designed the package so most people come out behind. And that's not the only trick. Most drinks packages exclude top-shelf liquor, bottled water, fresh juices, or premium coffee. Some even limit how many drinks you can order in a given time frame. So while you feel like you're drinking freely, you're actually boxed into a very specific value system. The smart move? Do the math before you buy. Look at how many days you're in port, how much you realistically drink, and whether you'd prefer quality over quantity. Sometimes paying as you go, or maybe bringing the 1 or 2 bottles of wine most cruise lines allow on board, saves you hundreds. Number 6. The spa discounts are an illusion. Step into the spa on embarkation day, and it feels like heaven. Calming music, dim lights, aromatic oils. Then you open the price list, and your jaw drops. $200 for a massage, $300 for a facial, $150 for a manicure. Here's what cruise lines don't want you to realize. Those prices are intentionally inflated because later in the cruise, they'll start offering exclusive discounts. Half-off facials, 2-for-1 massages, midweek specials. Passengers think they're getting a deal, but even after the markdown, you're still paying significantly more than you would for the same treatment on land. And here's the kicker. Many spa treatments end with a sales pitch. You're relaxed on the table, and suddenly your therapist is recommending a $150 skin cream or a detox package. Cruise lines make as much, if not more, from selling products as they do from the treatments themselves. So what's the real insider move? Skip the overpriced treatments and instead look into spa passes. Many ships sell week-long access to thermal suites, saunas, hydrotherapy pools, and relaxation areas. You can visit every day, stay as long as you want, and the price per day ends up being far lower. That's where the actual value is hidden. And here's another trick. Some ports have fantastic local spas just steps from the pier. Same quality, half the price, and no upsell pressure. Number 7. Internet packages aren't really unlimited. Unlimited Wi-Fi at sea sounds great, especially when you're picturing Instagram stories and Netflix marathons from your balcony. But here's the inconvenient truth. Cruise ship internet is run off satellites, and bandwidth is limited. So while cruise lines sell it as unlimited, the fine print usually tells another story. Speeds are throttled, streaming is blocked, or video calls simply won't work. Some packages even exclude messaging apps unless you buy the premium tier. Passengers often don't realize that hundreds, sometimes thousands of people are trying to use the same satellite pipeline at once. That's why your Instagram upload might crawl for 15 minutes, or your Zoom call freezes halfway through. Cruise lines bank on two things. One, you'll pay up front for a package, then get frustrated but not complain because technically you did have access. And two, you'll upgrade mid-cruise to a pricier plan when the basic one doesn't cut it. The smarter play? Don't rely on ship Wi-Fi for anything critical. Download shows, movies, playlists, and maps before you board. Use low bandwidth messaging apps like WhatsApp for quick communication. And if you really need a fast connection, wait until you're in port and grab local data or a cafe with Wi-Fi. That way, you're not overpaying for a service that will never live up to what's promised. Number 8. Your ship is a floating market machine. This is one of the most overlooked secrets. Once you see it, you can't unsee it. Cruise ships aren't just floating resorts. They're floating shopping malls, designed to extract every extra dollar from you once you're on board. Think about the art auctions. They're advertised as an exclusive opportunity to own rare pieces at sea. In reality, the art is mass-produced, with retail prices inflated far beyond what you'd ever pay on land. Passengers end up overpaying, thinking they've scored a deal. Or the duty-free shops. Yes, you save the tax, but the baseline prices on jewelry, watches, and luxury goods are often set higher to begin with. Cruise lines partner with big brands, and both sides win, except the passenger. Even liquor sales are structured this way. You'll see glossy displays advertising exclusive onboard pricing, but go a block inland at many ports and you'll get the same bottle for less. And here's something subtle. All those sales, buy one get one jewelry, watch promotions, flash discounts, they're timed to coincide with sea days when you're stuck on the ship with nothing else to do. It's not random. It's carefully planned to maximize spending. The real insider move? Enjoy the browsing, but don't fall for the urgency. If you're genuinely interested in something, check prices online before buying. 9 times out of 10, you'll realize it's not the deal it seems. Number 9. Private islands aren't really free. One of the biggest selling points in cruise brochures these days is the private island experience. Royal Caribbean has Coco Cay. Disney has Castaway Cay. Carnival has Half Moon Cay. The list goes on. The marketing paints it like paradise. Powdery beaches, crystal clear water, all included in your fare. But here's the truth. Those private islands are designed to keep you spending even after you've left the ship. Yes, the beach itself is free. You can lay on a lounger and swim in the ocean without paying a dime. But if you want shade, a cabana, or even a clamshell, you'll pay extra. Want to use the water park, zip line, or go snorkeling? Extra. Even certain dining and bar areas are reserved for passengers who fork over more cash. And the pricing? It's often higher than what you'd pay in a regular port. A clamshell that might cost $10 on a Caribbean beach can easily run $50 to $70 on a private island because you're captive. There's no competition, no bargaining, no wandering a block inland to find better value. The secret to beating the system? Stick to the included areas, pack your own snorkel gear, and enjoy what's actually free: the beach, the water, and the atmosphere. That's the part they can't upsell. Number 10. Safety drills are more than a formality. The muster drill, or now on many ships the e-muster, is one of the least glamorous parts of cruising. Most passengers treat it like a box to tick before vacation really starts. People are fidgeting, half listening, just waiting for the all clear so they can get back to the pool deck. But here's the secret. The cruise line takes these drills incredibly seriously because they know emergencies do happen. Fires, storms, even medical evacuations. They're rare, but not impossible. The reason the crew insists you attend is simple. In a real emergency, chaos is the enemy. If people don't know where to go or what to do, situations spiral quickly. That's why every crew member is trained extensively for drills that passengers barely pay attention to. And here's something else most people don't realize. The international maritime law that requires these drills is non-negotiable. Cruise lines would rather annoy you for 30 minutes than risk lawsuits, fines, or worse if passengers aren't prepared. So while the cruise line won't market this, because safety talk isn't sexy, the drill isn't a formality. It's survival training in disguise. Take it seriously, and you'll understand your ship in a whole new way. Number 11. The casino isn't just about gambling. Onboard casinos are designed to feel like fun distractions. Slots clinking, blackjack tables buzzing, waiters bringing you free drinks while you play. But here's the real secret. The casino isn't just about gambling revenue. It's a marketing engine. Every time you insert your cruise card into a slot machine or buy chips at a table, the system is tracking how much you spend, how long you play, how often you come back. And if you spend enough, the casino department flags you as valuable. Why does this matter? Because those high-spending passengers often get future offers regular cruisers never see. Free cruises, heavily discounted cabins, or casino rate pricing. These aren't random promotions. They're calculated incentives to bring profitable gamblers back. Meanwhile, casual players are kept in the middle with just enough perks, free drinks while playing, and loyalty points to keep them coming back without ever realizing the bigger game at play. So the casino isn't just about taking your money during this cruise, it's about data collection and long-term loyalty. If you gamble big, you're not just a player, you're a target for the cruise line's most aggressive offers. Number 12. Last-minute deals aren't really last minute. Here's one more marketing trick cruise lines love: the flash sale, or last-minute deal. You'll see ads saying things like, "Save 60%, book today only." It creates urgency, makes you feel like you've stumbled onto an insider bargain. But if you've tracked prices over time, and many seasoned cruisers do, you'll notice something funny. That deal might actually be the same price it was weeks ago. Or worse, it's higher than it was months earlier. Cruise fares are dynamic, adjusted constantly by algorithms based on demand, inventory, and seasonality. When cabins aren't selling, the cruise line might drop the price, but the sale language is just marketing. It's designed to make you act fast without realizing the context. The actual best times to book? 2 windows. When itineraries are first released, because early bird pricing is usually the lowest, and during wave season, January through March, when cruise lines throw out genuine perks like free upgrades, onboard credit, or included drink packages. So don't get hypnotized by the words flash sale. The real secret is tracking fares over time and knowing the rhythm of the industry. That's when you score the actual bargains. It's funny. Once you've seen behind the curtain, the whole cruise feels different. The little service charge here, that special offer there, even the way the private island is set up. You realize none of it is random. And that awareness alone is what turns a first-time passenger into a seasoned cruiser. The truth is, cruise lines aren't evil. They're businesses. But the more you understand how the game is played, the more power you have as a passenger. You'll save money, avoid frustration, and enjoy your cruise on your terms. And once you see these tricks, you'll never look at a cruise ship the same way again. Now, I want to hear from you. What's the sneakiest trick you've ever noticed on a cruise ship? Maybe it was a spa upsell, a surprise service charge, or something in the casino. Drop it in the comments. I'd love to hear your stories. And don't stop there. Click the next video on screen, where I break down the biggest cruise hacks most passengers don't know about. And if you really want to cruise smarter, click the link in the description to download your free guide with 50 cruise hacks that'll save you money, stress, and time on your next sailing. Your voyage is just beginning.